Hello everyone and welcome to our EFPN broadcast. We're delighted to have you here as we delve into the latest developments in the world of Exertis. Our program today is brimming with engaging content, featuring updates about the company and invaluable insights into the industry. With no further delay, let's launch into this broadcast with our very first segment, EFPN Blitz. This segment is dedicated to revealing a thorough game plan for the next 60 days. Our aim is to explore practical and strategic business tactics that can accelerate your business development. Leading this segment will be one of our esteemed feature coaches and acknowledged expert in the field. If you're seeking change and don't wish for the next 60, 90, or even 120 days to replicate the past, it's vital to embrace novel approaches and strategies. As we approach the final 2 months of 2023, the holiday season is right around the corner. For those in business, this period is of utmost importance, as how you conclude this year will significantly influence the start of the new one. If you're aiming to create momentum and kick off 2024 with strength and success, we have a distinguished guest with us today. We're privileged to have Kyle Salon, a Senior Executive Vice President, Servant Leader, and Advisory Board Member who will share valuable tips and strategies to help you make the most of these last 2 months of the year. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us today. We're eagerly anticipating your insights and guidance.
Well, thank you so much, Noel Antonio, for bringing me on to tonight's EFPN. I'm excited really to share with everybody, all the listeners on this beautiful evening here as we conclude the end of October, or should we say Rocktober, because it's been a rocking month. And we're going into what we call Govember. We're go growing, as you can see, guys, in all of Exertis Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited because the last 30 to 60 days is really where you want to put the gasoline and everything you got into it. You know, a lot of people right now, they slow down, as they go into the holiday season. But one thing you want to learn from the past, gang, is you want to speed up, right? You want to speed up because how you close these last 60 days is how you will open up the first part of 2024. And some of the tips that I can share with you, if you have a paper and a pen and mentally taking notes there, and you're all in terms of, going after your goals, your dreams, your desires, and maybe 2023 just went just like a blink of an eye. It would have just, you remember the new year, and literally here we are going into November and December, and we're going to be, of course, saying Happy New Year and doing the countdown, right? It happens so fast, guys. And I remember a mentor used to tell me is we overestimate, what we could do in 10 years, in a decade. But, we underestimate what happens in just 365 days in 1 year, which means what that meant to me is, we have so many things we want to do. This is what I want to do, in all areas of my life. And of course, that decade shoots by so fast. But, one thing is when you go through the beginning and the end of the year, you start to think, holy cow, what happened to the year, right? And what I learned is it's a series of months, winning the months, and then starting to win the weeks. And then, of course, you have to start to win the day. And I am I am not 100% I haven't mastered this winning the day just yet. There's a lot of improvement on my end, on the leadership and board's end. But guys, get this. We're going to get this right. We're going to learn to master the days in Exertis going into 2024. And when you want to reflect, when you're doing your reflecting time, because the last quarter should be the time where you really start to reflect, to plan the next 6, 12, 18 months of your life. Okay. And what I mean by that, you go through a series of, what's the personal goals? What's your business goals? What's your maybe relationship goals? What's your financial goals? You want to go through a series of some of these things that you can check off and say, I did this right. I did this right. You know what? I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And what I gather is you want to make sure you look back in the year and say, what did I do right? First, start off with all the positives. Well, I did this right. I did that right. You know what? I did this right. I did that right. I want to pat myself on the back for this. But at the same token, after you went through all the things you did right, focus on what you need to do better. I scored an area, an average of 5 or 6 or 7 out of 10 in this area in personal finance, or my business goals, out of 10, I scored a 6 or maybe a 3 or 4. You want to be able to understand that, hey, there's another day, another week, another month, another year, and another gear, especially for what you can do. The things that I ask myself as I go into the end of the year, guys, I ask myself, who do I want to be? I'm always in a state of who do I want to be? And I'm going to break this down. Okay. Who do I want to be? Right. What do I want to do? Right. And also, what do I want to have? Be, do, have. You might have heard me share this, many times over, but I believe repetition is the mother of skill. So we're always going over it and over and over again. Right. So who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Right? You have to ask yourself some of these questions. It might sound silly, but who are you becoming? Because we are human beings, human becomings, right? We are looking to become something that we're, go to the next level of our life, so that way we can actually make the most impact in our life, right? So who do you want to become, guys? You want to be somebody who's, a more positive person on this planet. You want to be someone who's more uplifting. You want to be an encourager. You want to be, a person of, do it first leader. You want to be, set a good example for your family, maybe to the people around you, right? It's a process of becoming. Next is, I say is, what do you want to do, right? It's in the doing that things get done. It's in the doing that the results happen. When you look back and say, what did I do? What did I did not do? And what am I going to do today that's going to allow me to move myself forward to get to my goals, for next year, for that end in mind, right? Did I make a couple calls? Did I make, a lot of calls? You see, in the last 60 days, you have a choice. Do you want to make 60 calls? Do you want to make 600 calls, right? Do you want to connect with 60 people? Do you want to connect with 600 people? Or do you want to just kick back and let the holidays roll in and say, you know what, next year, honey, next year. Well, guess what, guys? It's always going to be next year for you. It's always going to be the same result if you do the same thing. That's what I realize is, if I want a change, I must be the one to change. Okay. And what do you want to have, right? I want you to picture, and as corny or cheesy as this sounds, I want you to picture your end in mind. What does it look like 1 year from now? What does it look like 5 and 10 and 20 years from now? You might not be able to visualize 10, 20 years, but you can certainly visualize 6 months from now. You can certainly visualize 1 year from now. You can certainly visualize 3 to 4 months from now in our XNLC. Because I will tell you one thing, guys, even starting from scratch, even starting where you're at brand new today, or you've been in the business for 7, 8+ years, you can actually make the decision, because all a decision is being able to decide and cut off from any other option. Are you going to decide to be another person? Are you going to decide to become the person that you need to become in order for your family to actually experience all the time freedom, the financial freedom, the financial lifestyle that we're talking about here in Exertis Financial Partners? Ladies and gentlemen, it's already happening for some of the people here. I'm excited because as we march to XNLC, there will be people there gracing the stage in terms of what they've accomplished in 2023. I am so proud, but I'm more excited for what is about to happen because, guys, we've laid out the groundwork. And guess what? You can actually be still count yourself in to be one of the people to actually do something incredible from now until XNLC. Okay. Also, when you're evaluating some of the things that you want to accomplish going into next year, is you want to evaluate the mind, the body, and the soul. Okay. The mind, the body, and the soul. Let me talk about that. Mind meaning the mind shift, the mindset, because everything starts and ends with your mind. You know, I used to think the saying thoughts are things was out of this world. I used to think that, no, that could never be. Thoughts are things. It is so true, guys, that thoughts are things, because what you think about, you bring about, whether it's negative or positive. Think about it for a second. Think about just thinking for a second. What are some of the things that you've thought about for so long? And guess what? That's the very reason why the energy, your vibration, the frequency is coming out, whether it be negative or positive. I'm going to challenge you, right? And it says 21 days to create a new habit, right? 21 days to create a new habit. For the next 21 days, just start to think about things that you're grateful for. This, this exercise right here, having the attitude of gratitude, is so small, so insignificant, but can literally change your life, right? Change the trajectory of your life. What are just 3 things a day? If you want to be bold, 5 things a day. If you want to, be a summa cum laude in this, maybe 10 things a day. 3, 5, and 10 things a day. The first thing when you wake up, what are you grateful for? Trust me, no matter what's happening in your life, if you can just find things that you're grateful for, it could be as simple as breathing free oxygen. It could be as simple as, I want to thank the maker that I have 3 meals a day. I want to thank the maker that I have shoes to wear. Okay. I used to feel bad I only have 1 pair of shoes. Then I met the person who has no shoes at all. There's something that you can be grateful for. You can actually find something. I want you to understand it starts with gratitude, because when you have a grateful mind, a grateful heart, you experience gratitude, and then you're vibrating that. Guess what? It's like a boomerang, right? You need to have the proper mindset. And having the proper mindset going into next year is, you might have an income goal to make 50,000, which is replacing your income, which is replacing your income, 250,000, which is $1 million. What is your mindset, right? Because as great as it is to have a goal, you have to back it up with work. Capital WORK, right? Dogs don't bark at parked cars. They only bark at cars that are moving. So you got to keep yourself moving. You got to keep yourself active and going and growing, ladies and gentlemen, because, if you don't do anything, guess what? You're going to have the same results, and you don't want that, right? What are some of the goals and dreams you have for your family? Find something that fires you up. Is it, somebody who said, oh, he will never do that. She could never do that. Or, you know what? He or she was too broke. Or, you know what? I didn't come from the right set of track. I didn't come from the right side of the tracks, growing up. Or I just have a high school diploma or a GED, or I was a college dropout. What are the things that you're telling yourself? What are the lies that you're telling yourself? Because I know what happens in life. Everybody watches television, right? Therefore, they're telling you your vision. Get off of the television, guys, right? Watch something that inspires you, that moves you, that pulls you, right? And that's why I love to watch documentaries. I love to watch stories of inspiring people. The person who, was a nobody and became a somebody, right? Watch things that will move you in the direction of your goals and dreams. And it might be, whatever it is, it's different for everybody. I know different things move the board, different things move the field advisory council, different things move different people, right? Understand what moves you, what motivates and inspires you, because at the end of the day, the biggest person is you versus you. The person that you have to see every single day more than your spouse or your family is yourself, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to make sure that you're giving it all you got. That's what I'm talking about, mindset. What books are you reading? Guess what, guys? Okay. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are certainly readers. Let me say that again. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, if you feel like that, you have your one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, you want to check maybe some of the associations that's around you. Maybe you want to give them limited association, right? I can hang out with you for an hour, not for a day. I can hang out with you for a day, but not for a week. You want to disassociate yourself from some people because they have that mindset when they get around you. I know certainly when people get around me that they're not the right, for some reason, my energy is depleted. For some reason, I feel like, oh man, I need to, do something else to get my energy up. It's weird, right? But when I'm around like-minded people, when I'm around the board, we're always thinking, we're always strategizing, we're always growing, we're always, learning of different ways. Then it fires me up, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Body, okay? I'm going to tell you here today, I did this F45 boot camp I signed up for yesterday. I did my first class today. And it's 45 days, 45-day challenge to reset my body. I noticed that I've been letting myself health-wise go, in my eating habits, in my working out habits. It's affecting my energy. It's affecting my family time. It's affecting a lot of things that I'm realizing. And I did the first class today, F45, and incredible. It's like a series of a HIIT training for 45 minutes. And I'll be honest, in the 30-minute mark, I felt dizzy. Everything was spinning around me. I had to remove myself from the class to get some oxygen in it, and just kind of catch my breath. But I realized that in that moment, okay, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I took about 10 minutes to get my energy back and catch my breath and do some breathing exercise. And I finished the last 10 minutes to complete my first day of the 45 days. And I said, you know what? This is what it feels like to have this energy again. This is what it feels like to do something again. Because if you ever want to challenge yourself, emotionally, if you want to go to the next level emotionally, challenge yourself physically is what I learned from a mentor. And it's proven time and time again, when I want to go to the next level of my life, there's something physically I must do to challenge my body, because your body and your mind are connected, ladies and gentlemen. And this is so true. These are some of the things I go back to and say, you know what? I need to make sure this is in order. And then, of course, your soul, mind, body, soul, your spiritual being. Who's your maker, right? We know there's someone higher than us, a spiritual being. If you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're atheist, you're Jehovah. It doesn't matter. We respect all religions here, right? There's what we want to know is, do you have a higher being, right, that you look up to, ladies and gentlemen? So those are some tips that I want to give you. But one thing I'll say is, I want you to ask yourself, going into these next 60 days, What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Seriously, write that down. Ponder on it. Study it. Make that a part of your vision when you're developing your dream board, because we do that individually and as a team. Have your 3x5 cards, have things that inspire you around you. I mean, it's so incredible how when you have pictures, all around, it's like a magnet. You might not realize it at the moment, but it's pulling you towards what you want, because you realize, guys, what you want wants you too, right? But what you're focusing on could be more bills, more problems, more difficulties, bad breaks. And guess what? Those things happen to me too. Those things happen to the board too. Those things happen to, the president too. Those things happen to all great leaders too. But it's in those moments is what you do when it happens to you. What do you do when those things happen to you? So what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Is it rank advance to national director? Is your get yourself to executive vice president, senior executive vice president, even ambassador with this company? We don't have that yet in this company, but I know there's people really running and gunning for these positions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to create what we call your big, hairy, audacious goals. And they call it big, hairy, audacious goals for a reason. If you're scared to put these things down on paper, then that's why they're called big, hairy, audacious goals. Guess what? You want to put them down because even though you don't hit them, you'll land amongst the stars. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. Because if you have nothing to hit, guess what? You'll hit that too, which is nothing. Nothing from nothing always means nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So those are some tips. Those are some piece of advice for the last 60 days. Go ballistic, go crazy, in a good way, in your health, in your relationships, with your family, your kids. I mean, in your finances. Do things. You need to shake it up, right? Like a mentor told me, shake things up so you can take it up. And last but not least, guys, is make sure you're counted for the XNLC. This is the Super Bowl of all Super Bowls for Exertis. Make sure you get your pack of 10. Make sure you're enrolling new business partners, because guess what? Take advantage. There's, no fee to join, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine being able to introduce somebody like I've introduced somebody. And now you're saying, you know what? If you do MX3 this month, I'm going to be able to gift you. I'm going to award you a $275 ticket to XNLC that's worth over thousands and thousands of dollars of knowledge, information. And guess what, guys? There are people coming that you don't even know. Some of the lineup that I heard, I've been privileged to hear, will knock your socks off. I'm telling you, you have to get yourself there. And at the very minimum, get 10 people, butts in the seats at our XNLC. It's going to be an event of all events. It's going to be the talk of the town. It's going to be something that actually allows Exertis financial partners to really get to the next level of our development. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have your ticket to XNLC. As we, in the next coming weeks, the next coming months, we're going to be announcing speaker after speaker and the lineup of trainers and speakers. I'm telling you, you might have seen Mr. David McKnight, The Power of Zero. What if we were able to get somebody who mentored him, who actually poured into him before David or Mr. McKnight is who he is today? I'm just saying, we got an all-star cast coming to the actual event. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got some nuggets from there. It's your senior servant, Kyle Salon, signing out, and I can't wait to hear the stories for the next 60 days as you close out strong. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kyle, for sharing your insights. We look forward to the successes and positive impacts that will unfold over the coming months as we finish off the year. Up next, we have our next segment, Inside Exertis, where we dive deep into the heart of Exertis Financial Partners, revealing the incredible work that is shaping the future of finance. But before we get into that, we'll take a short commercial break, so stay with us today. For financial professionals assisting clients with their financial needs, we have a special announcement for you tonight. Are you seeking methods to help your clients boost their tax deductions and plan for retirement? Look no further, as Exertis has introduced a new program, the Owner X Plan, designed to offer small business retirement solutions. This program will aid in securing your financial future by providing a retirement plan tailored for you and your business. Joining us today is Executive Vice President and Advisory Board member Joe Rhino Rivas, who will provide more insights into Exertis' latest offering, the Owner X Plan.
Noel, I'm so excited with what Exertis is moving into right now. We are, yes, introducing another new solution, right? The Owner X Plan. Guys, it's going to be incredible what we're going to be able to do for small business owners. And let me just tell you about small business owners. You know, these guys work so hard. In fact, sometimes the business owns them, not them owning the business. So some of the things they don't get to think about is actually putting away money for their future. But there's one thing that happens to them every single year, no matter what, and that is they have to pay taxes. So Owner X is coming to save them, to show them how they can take advantage of this great solution to help them plan their future, but at the same time, giving them more tax deductions they need. It's just an incredible solution. I'm so excited for what we're doing, guys. I just can't wait. But again, this is what we do at Exertis. We can do what everybody else does, but they don't do what we do.
Joe, can you share how the Owner X Plan benefits business owners?
Absolutely, Noel. You know, I got to tell you, these small business owners, they work so hard, man. They focus on helping their clients and making sure their clients are taken care of and making sure customer service is great. So they don't really have time to slow down to think about putting money away. Owner X will help them take their tax deductible money and have it growing for them to give them income for life when they're ready to retire. So not only are they taking the fruits of their labor, right, and helping themselves by investing and doing whatever else they're going to do, real estate, other things, investments, other retirement programs, but they're also using Owner X to help them retire, because it's not about how much money you make while you're working or the lifestyle you live while you're working. It's about the lifestyle you live when you're not working anymore. And that's what Owner X is going to be able to help them do. I'm just so excited. Guys, as an agent of what we do here, especially at Exertis, we are giving you all the tools. We're giving you all the solutions you need to be successful, right? We already have a future. She's just about to hit it, $1 million earner in the field. Guys, why not you? Utilizing this Owner X solution can help you get there. Come on in, understand what we're doing, advertise, talk to people, because this is going to be a game changer like BYOB was. And yes, we were in the forefront of BYOB. We were the ones out there first, taking all the missiles, taking all the bullets. Now everybody's capitalizing on BYOB. But I'm telling you, so are we. And with Owner X, guys, we are out there first, and you get to be a part of it. November 6th, we're going to have a special special call, Monday night call, that's going to be live with all of us, including CEO, and we're going to launch the Owner X marketing plan. So I hope you're going to be there November 6th, guys. It's going to be an incredible vision call that day. It's going to be awesome. Guys, you don't want to miss it. And then you'll see there'll be certain people that are going to be invited to a 2-day boot camp in December to learn inside and out. We're going to train you everything you need to know about the Owner X plan so you can get out there and help your agents and help all the other agents in Exertis. Guys, we're just going to take over the United States of America and create it the Exertis Nation. So I can't wait to see you there on November 6th. But I can't wait to see you. Don't forget about XNOC, right? XNOC Las Vegas. Guys, that's going to be one of the best 3-day events you've ever been to. Let me tell you the speakers we have lined up. Oh, my God, I can't get into it right now. But, Noel, back to you, guys. Love you. Rhino's out.
Appreciate your insights, Joe. We're excited to announce that the official launch date for the Owner X plan is set for Monday, November 6, 2023 on our primary Zoom link. During this event, you will gain comprehensive insights into the significance of this solution and how it can be advantageous for small business owners. We encourage you to leverage this learning opportunity to understand how the Owner X plan can seamlessly integrate into your client's financial planning and potentially your own as well. All right, and now it's time for our top 5 players of the week, where we highlight key leaders, producers, and builders who have went the extra mile and above and beyond their business. All right, guys, let's get ready to witness the long-awaited announcement of EFPN's top 5 players of the week. Let's ignite the excitement by starting with our 5th-ranked player, Maria Bernal, who has displayed remarkable leadership by achieving an impressive 13,409 points in base production. Now let's shift our focus to the 4th position, where Anita Cordero shines brightly with an outstanding 15,625 points in personal production. Prepare to be truly amazed by our 3rd-ranked player, Jason Atzlig, who leads the pack with an incredible 17,239 points in base production. Now let's direct our attention to the 2nd position on the leaderboard. Joe and Blanca Rivas with a remarkable 50,623 points in their personal production. Their exceptional collaboration is truly noteworthy. And now it's time to unveil our number 1 spot. We take immense pride in presenting Martha Selly, who has achieved an extraordinary 160,513 points in personal production. If you found today's content valuable, we kindly invite you to consider liking and subscribing to our channel to stay updated on our future broadcasts. Speaking on behalf of the entire EFPN team, I'm Noel, and we genuinely appreciate your continued support. Farewell, everyone, and may the upcoming week be brimming with success. Take care, everyone.